Top 25 Youth Care Worker Interview Questions and Answers. Working as a youth care worker requires compassion, patience, and the ability to guide young individuals through challenging life circumstances. Interviewers look for candidates who can demonstrate empathy, communication skills, and crisis management abilities. In this guide, we present the top 25 youth care worker interview questions with detailed 100-word answers designed to help you showcase your professional skills, emotional intelligence, and dedication to supporting youth development and well-being. 1. Can you describe your experience working with youth? I have several years of experience working directly with young people from diverse backgrounds in both residential and community settings. My work has involved mentoring, counseling, and developing behavior management plans tailored to individual needs. I've handled situations requiring patience, empathy, and clear communication. My approach focuses on building trust and encouraging positive decision-making. I also collaborate closely with families, educators, and social workers to create supportive environments that promote emotional stability and personal growth. 2. What inspired you to become a youth care worker? I was inspired by a desire to make a meaningful difference in young people's lives, especially those facing difficult circumstances. Growing up, I saw how the right guidance could completely transform a young person's outlook. That realization motivated me to pursue a career focused on mentorship and emotional support. Helping youth find purpose, build confidence, and develop life skills gives me immense satisfaction and reinforces my belief in the power of compassion and guidance. 3. How do you handle challenging behavior from a youth in your care? When faced with challenging behavior, I remain calm and assess the underlying cause of the behavior rather than reacting immediately. I use active listening and positive reinforcement to de-escalate tension. I also apply consistent boundaries and structure, ensuring the youth understands expectations and consequences. When appropriate, I involve them in finding solutions, which fosters accountability. My goal is always to guide them toward emotional regulation and improve coping strategies for long-term growth. 4. How do you build trust with young people? Building trust takes consistency, respect, and patience. I make an effort to listen actively, validate their feelings, and maintain confidentiality whenever possible. I approach each youth without judgment and follow through on my promises to show reliability. I create safe spaces for open communication and use positive reinforcement to encourage honesty. Over time, these efforts foster mutual respect, helping the youth feel valued, supported, and motivated to engage more openly in care plans. 5. How do you handle a crisis situation involving a youth? In a crisis, I stay calm, prioritize safety, and follow established protocols. I assess the immediate risk, separate individuals if necessary, and ensure the environment is secure. Once stabilized, I communicate clearly and empathetically with the youth to understand the trigger. After the situation is under control, I document the incident, debrief with staff, and provide emotional support to help the youth process the event and learn healthier coping mechanisms for the future. 6. How do you support youth experiencing trauma? Supporting youth with trauma requires sensitivity and consistency. I provide a safe, predictable environment where they feel heard and respected. I use trauma-informed care principles, focusing on trust, empowerment, and collaboration. I avoid re-traumatization by recognizing triggers and encouraging self-expression through art, writing, or conversation. Collaborating with mental health professionals ensures a holistic approach. My goal is to help them develop resilience and regain a sense of control in their lives. 7. How do you manage stress in a demanding environment? Managing stress effectively is vital in this field. I prioritize self-care by maintaining a balanced routine, practicing mindfulness, and seeking support from colleagues when needed. I also set realistic goals and focus on problem-solving rather than dwelling on challenges. Regular debriefing after difficult incidents helps me process emotions and prevent burnout. By maintaining emotional stability, I can provide consistent, compassionate care to youth while staying grounded and effective in my role. 8. How do you encourage positive behavior in youth? I encourage positive behavior by recognizing and rewarding progress rather than only addressing negative actions. I set clear expectations, provide consistent structure, and use praise to reinforce good choices. Additionally, I involve youth in setting personal goals, helping them feel accountable for their own growth. Through role modeling and positive communication, I show that every decision has consequences, teaching them to make responsible choices and develop confidence in their abilities. 9. How do you handle conflict between youths? When conflict arises, I intervene calmly to de-escalate the situation while ensuring everyone's safety. I separate the individuals and allow them time to cool down before facilitating a mediated discussion. I encourage each youth to express their feelings respectfully and help them identify the root cause of the conflict. Together, we develop solutions and emphasize empathy, communication, and mutual respect. My approach turns conflict into a valuable learning opportunity for both parties. 10. What would you do if a youth refused to follow instructions? If a youth refuses to follow instructions, I first try to understand the reason behind their resistance. I communicate calmly, avoid confrontation, and give them a chance to explain their perspective. By offering choices or alternatives, I encourage cooperation while maintaining boundaries. If the issue persists, I apply appropriate consequences per policy and later discuss the situation to promote reflection and accountability. My approach prioritizes respect, understanding, and positive behavioral change. 11. How do you ensure confidentiality in your work? Confidentiality is essential in maintaining trust and professional ethics. I only share information on a need-to-know basis with authorized individuals involved in youth care. I secure records appropriately and never discuss private matters in public settings. I also explain confidentiality boundaries to youth up front, helping them understand that their privacy is respected while ensuring their safety remains a top priority. This transparent communication fosters trust and promotes responsible disclosure. 12. How do you involve families in a youth care plan? Family involvement is crucial for sustainable progress. I actively engage families by maintaining open, respectful communication and keeping them informed about the youth's goals, achievements, and challenges. I encourage family participation in meetings and planning, ensuring their input is valued. By building collaborative partnerships, I help create consistency between home and care settings. This approach strengthens relationships, enhances support networks, and promotes positive outcomes for the youth's overall development. 13. How do you maintain professional boundaries with youth? Maintaining professional boundaries ensures trust and respect. I set clear expectations from the beginning and adhere to ethical standards in all interactions. While being empathetic and approachable, I avoid over-involvement or favoritism. I maintain transparency with my team and seek supervision when boundaries may feel challenged. My focus is on being a supportive role model rather than a friend, ensuring all relationships remain professional and beneficial to the youth's growth. 14. How do you handle cultural diversity among youth? I respect and embrace cultural diversity by fostering an inclusive environment where every youth feels valued. I educate myself about different cultural backgrounds and remain open-minded in my approach. I ensure that care plans, communication styles, and activities respect individual traditions and beliefs. By celebrating diversity and encouraging mutual understanding among peers, I promote tolerance and empathy, helping you develop respect for different cultures and perspectives. 15. How do you document incidents or progress? Accurate documentation is critical for communication and accountability. I record incidents and progress promptly, objectively, and using clear, factual language. I include details such as time, participants, actions taken, and outcomes while maintaining confidentiality. Regular progress notes track behavioral improvements and inform care planning. Proper documentation ensures that all staff are informed, consistent interventions are applied, and the youth's needs are effectively met through evidence-based decision-making. 16. How do you motivate disengaged youth? To motivate disengaged youth, I first identify the underlying reason for their disengagement. I use encouragement and positive reinforcement to build confidence and help them see their potential. Offering choices and setting achievable goals allows them to regain a sense of control. I also connect their interests to meaningful activities that promote skill building. Consistency, empathy, and patience are key to re-engaging them and helping them succeed. 17. How do you ensure safety in a youth facility? Safety is always my top priority. I consistently follow all organizational protocols and conduct regular safety checks of the environment. I maintain awareness of youth behavior and identify potential risks early. Training in crisis intervention and de-escalation helps me manage emergencies effectively. I also encourage youth to take responsibility for their own safety through education and open dialogue. A proactive approach ensures a secure, supportive environment for everyone. 18. How do you handle emotional burnout in this profession? I manage emotional burnout by practicing self-awareness and prioritizing mental health. Regular reflection and peer support help me process challenging experiences. I set healthy work-life boundaries, engage in hobbies outside work, and take breaks when needed. Participating in professional supervision and training renews my motivation and perspective. By taking care of myself, I can maintain the emotional balance necessary to provide consistent, compassionate care to the youth I serve. 19. Describe a time when you help a youth make a positive change. I once worked with youth struggling with anger and defiance. Through consistent communication, trust building, and behavior reinforcement strategies, I encourage him to express frustration through journaling and physical activities. Over several weeks, his outbursts decreased, and he began communicating more openly. Recognizing his progress, I celebrated small wins, which boosted his confidence. Witnessing his transformation reinforced my belief in patience, empathy, and individualized care approaches. 20. How do you promote teamwork among staff? Teamwork is vital in providing consistent care. I promote collaboration by maintaining open communication, sharing insights, and respecting diverse perspectives. I actively participate in team meetings and offer support when colleagues face challenges. By fostering a culture of trust and accountability, I ensure everyone feels valued and aligned with shared goals. Strong teamwork not only improves service quality, but also creates a stable and supportive environment for the youth. 21. How do you approach setting goals with youth? I involve youth directly in setting achievable, measurable goals that reflect their interests and strengths. This collaborative approach increases motivation and ownership. I use the SMART framework, specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, time-bound, to guide planning and ensure clarity. Regular reviews and positive feedback help track progress and make adjustments as needed. Goal setting fosters self-confidence, personal accountability, and a sense of accomplishment in youth development. 22. How do you ensure fairness and consistency in discipline? I ensure fairness by applying rules and consequences consistently across all youth. Every disciplinary action is based on behavior, not emotion or favoritism. I explain the reasoning behind decisions to promote understanding and learning. I also balance consequences with opportunities for growth and reflection. Maintaining transparency and documentation ensures accountability, while consistent fairness builds trust and helps youth understand that discipline is meant to guide, not punish. 23. What are your strengths as a youth care worker? My strengths include empathy, patience, and strong communication skills. I excel at building rapport with youth and creating an atmosphere of trust. I am skilled in crisis management and problem solving, which helps me remain calm under pressure. My organizational abilities and commitment to teamwork ensure smooth coordination with colleagues. Above all, my genuine passion for helping young people grow and thrive defines my effectiveness in this profession. 24. How you handle feedback or supervision. I view feedback and supervision as opportunity for growth. I listen actively, ask clarifying questions, and apply suggestions to improve my practice. Constructive feedback helps me identify blind spots and develop professionally. I also appreciate open discussions with supervisors about challenges or best practices. Maintaining a positive, learning-oriented attitude allows me to continuously refine my skills and deliver the highest standard of care to the youth I support. 25. Where do you see yourself in 5 years as a youth care worker? In 5 years, I see myself continuing to make a meaningful impact in youth care, possibly in a supervisory or program development role. I aim to further my education in psychology or social work to enhance my skills. My goal is to contribute to improving care models and developing initiatives that empower youth to reach their full potential. I'm deeply committed to long-term growth within this rewarding field. Youth care workers play a crucial role in shaping young lives and fostering resilience. Preparing thoughtful, compassionate, and experience-based answers during your interview demonstrates your readiness for this demanding yet fulfilling role. By mastering these 25 interview questions and answers, you can confidently showcase your ability to support, guide, and inspire youth toward positive change and long-term personal development.